Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be talking about one of the common mistakes made by second language learners of English language and how they make mistakes, especially when shifting from one tense to another, that is, shifting from present to past, past to present, present to future, future to present. And I picked this idea up when one of my friends confused a simple present tense structure with a word that was not supposed to be in that structure at all. It was grammatically incorrect and it did not make much of a sense. It did make sense for him, but it did not sound correct at all, uh, grammatically at least. So let's see what was the sentence that he used instead of what he should have used. The sentence he said that the match was interested instead of saying the match was interesting. Now here is a common example of how the second language learners of English language mistake a simple past tense of English language and how they misconstruct that specific sentence in uh, in assuming that the two verbs that are consecutively next to each other would be in past tense irrespective of how they're used. So let's see the difference between the word interested and interesting and how they should not be misplaced or misunderstood the next time you're using these two words in simple present, past, or future tense. The word interested means a feeling of wanting to learn something new or more about something you already know of. It also means having a desire to have or to do something. The These are some of the examples that I'll talk about in this slide. The boy is interested in astronomy means that he wants to learn about it. The couple was interested in seeing the new movie because they wanted to see that movie, okay, because it sounded interesting, it sounded intriguing, and it attracted their attention to it. If you're interested in the job, you should apply for it. Means that if you want to have that job or you want to apply for that job, you should go for it. Are you interested in grabbing cup of coffee later? It means that am I uh, do I want to have a cup of coffee later? If yes, we can plan about it. She wasn't interested in hearing excuses from her kids, that is, the mother of the kids was done with it and she did not want to hear any more excuses from her kids. Any interested students should should sign up to volunteer work. That is, if anyone is interested or wants to do volunteer work, they should sign up to the given forms. The word interesting, on the other hand, has a slightly different meaning than the word interested. It is basically a phenomena that makes someone feel a certain way about a certain thing or a certain someone. It also um, is synonymous to attracting attention, and this does not give off a meaning of something that is boring or dull. Examples: the boy thinks astronomy is very interesting, that is astronomy is fun to learn about. Astronomy has a certain kind of attraction to it, that is, he wants to um, learn about astronomy or know about it just for the fun of it. The movie was very interesting, that it was fun to watch, and this movie did not bore me at all. For example, if I'm watching Minions from Despicable Me, then it is an interesting movie because it was fun to watch and it was not boring at all. She has an interesting accent. That is, the accent she uses, for example, an accent of English that is from Switzerland, maybe, is attractive to some people, and hence the accent is interesting. The kid learned several interesting facts about frogs. That is, the facts the kid learned about frogs was not boring for the kid, and he actually enjoyed learning those facts. He is a very interesting person and has done many things in life. That is, the person we're talking about has a very attractive personality, and the reason for it is that he has done many things in his life, hence making his personality attractive and interesting. I heard an interesting story about how the lamp broke. Here, the word signifies the meaning of a funny story, a story that was not dull or boring, and it made someone's day, probably. If you're still confused about these two concepts, please feel free to um, show your concerns or confusions, or if you have something to add to it, don't forget to talk about that in the comment section below. Thank you so much for your time. See you next time. Allah Hafiz. Bye.